Hello children, welcome you all in today's class. In today's class, we will be starting the new chapter, Understanding Elementary Shapes. Okay, so here we have first topic. What do you mean by elementary? Elementary is nothing but very basic. Okay, so we will be seeing about all basic shapes. Okay, so here first thing we are going to learn is line segment. Okay, so we already learned about line segment in the previous chapter. Okay, so if you have two line segments, okay, so let me name it as AB and one more line segment XY. Okay, now I have to compare these two line segments along its measure. Okay, so this is the length of AB, this is the length of XY. So on comparing, okay, on seeing, on observing, I can say that XY is longer than AB. Yes or no? Yeah, because this is on seeing itself, we could see some extra length on XY than AB. Okay, so that is what comparing by observation. Okay, next, what is comparing by tracing? Tracing method is nothing. You just have to take a tracing paper, keep it on this AB first line segment, and you have to trace that. Okay. Then you have to take away the tracing paper and you have to place it on XY and you have to trace it. Okay. So if the traced line exceeds the first line, then the second line is bigger. Okay. Can you understand? So on a single tracing sheet, you have to trace both the lines and then you have to find by measuring the lengths. For example, on tracing paper, you may have AB like this, and the length of XY starting from the same point, it may exceed some more like this. Okay, like this. Okay, so actually this is AB, and starting from X, it is XY. So the same line, but on the tracing sheet, it is exceeding. So XY is longer. Like this, you can compare using tracing sheet. Okay. Next, what is meant by ruler and divider method? You all know divider how it looks, right? So you have a shape of an instrument in your geometry box that is known as like this, and this is known as divider, and ruler is nothing but your scale. Okay, so you have scale right in your geometry box, so that is known as ruler. Okay, so what you can do, you can take a ruler and you can place it along the end points of a line segment. Okay, so for example, let this line segment be PQ. Okay, so now I am placing this on the line segment PQ. Now I will take this divider and I will place it on the ruler like this. See, so if this is your ruler, okay, so you have many measurements like this, and I will place this pointer. First pointer should be at 0. Okay, then the other will be somewhere here. Okay, according to the length of the line segment. Then you can see what is the measurement here from 0 to that particular number. That will be the measurement of the line segment. Okay, but when you compare one more line, okay, you have to again keep the divider point on that line. Okay, then you have to take as it is without changing the measurement, without changing the width of the divider, then place it on the scale and then find out how many centimeters it is. Is it clear? Okay, so this is what ruler and divider method. But in all the three methods, we have some drawbacks. Okay, by observing, we cannot say all time whether it is bigger or smaller. Okay, sometimes two lines may have some points only as different. Okay, maybe one line segment of 5 centimeter and the other line segment of 5.5 centimeter. Okay, so when we see it, both may look same. By observing, we cannot say which is bigger or which is smaller. Okay, next, by tracing, it is not possible for us to make a tracing paper and we and take each and every time we cannot take and measure, we cannot draw the lines on one on the other. Okay, so that is also not possible. But by ruler and divider method, it is, we can avoid many such errors. But here also it depends upon the positioning of the divider. The divider should be correctly on 0. Okay, so but if the divider is slightly moved from 0 also, measurements may vary some point wise. Okay, the other thing is length of the thickness of the scale. Okay, so thickness of the ruler. So if the thickness is broader, then you can see that there may be difference in the this one. Okay, in the divisions of the scale. Okay, Look at exercise 5.1. Look here, if A, B, C are 3 points on a line such that AB is equal to 5 cm, BC is equal to 3 cm and AC is equal to 8 cm. Okay. So now first draw a line segment A, B, that is 5 cm. Okay. Next use your scale and draw. Okay. Next from B draw BC. Okay. This is 3 cm. Keep 0 here and draw 3 cm. Then actually AC is 8 cm. So we have AB plus BC is equal to AC. So from this we can say that therefore B lies in between A and C. Is it clear? Okay, coming to next question. Verify whether D is the midpoint of AG. So this is the line segment AG starting from 1 and ending at 7. Okay. Now here we can say that AD is equal to DG. Okay. Here we have to say that D is midpoint. If D is midpoint, okay, then the measure of line segment before D and the measure of line segment after D should be equal. Okay. So AD is equal to DG because both are equal to 3 units. Yes or no? Can you see here? 1, 2, 3, 4. So what is the measurement actually here? It is 3 units. And after this also you have 1, 2, 3 units. Okay. So both are equal. So therefore you can say D is the midpoint of AG. That's all. Is it clear? Next question. If B is the midpoint of AC and C is the midpoint of BD, where A, B, C, D lie on the same straight line, okay, and we have to say why AB is equal to CD. Now draw a line segment AC, okay, and B is the midpoint of it. Okay, so this is B, and BD is one more line segment and C is midpoint of it, and everything lie on the same line, right? So we can draw from here itself BD. Okay, so this is BD and C is midpoint of BD. Okay, so from the first statement we can write AB is equal to BC because B is midpoint. You know, if B is midpoint, then the measure of line segment before midpoint and measure of line segment after midpoint should be equal. Okay, so let us keep this as 1. Then you have from second statement you have BC is equal to CD because C is the midpoint. So let us have this as second one. So here also you have BC, here also you have BC. Okay, so you can equate AB and CD. Is it clear? That is AB is equal to CD. You can write from 1 and 2, you can say that AB is equal to CD. In place of BC, you can write AB or not? In this equation, yes. Then, in this equation, in place of BC, you can write CD or not? Yes. Is it clear? So, like that, you can compare both these equations and you can say that AB is equal to CD. Clear? Okay. Then, 7th one, draw triangles and measure their sides. Check in each case if the sum of length of any two sides is always less than the third side. Now let me draw two triangles for you. Okay, and you use your scale and draw. Since I cannot draw it with scale, I am just drawing it. You use your scale and draw 3 centimeter, 2 centimeter and 4 centimeter. Okay, now I take any two sides. So let me take 2 plus 3. So what is 2 plus 3? 5. Is it greater than the third side or not? Yes, it is greater. Okay. Then let me take this 2. 2 plus 4 equal to how much? 6. It is greater than the third side or not? Yeah. Okay. Now you take 3 and 4. So 3 plus 4 is how much? It is 7. So 7 is greater than 2 or not? Yes. Is it clear? Okay. Now one more triangle with 5 centimeters, 3 centimeter. Okay. And let us have this to be 6 centimeter. Okay. So now look here. You have 6 plus 3 equal to 9 greater than 5. Then 3 plus 5 equal to 8 greater than 6. Third side. Okay. Then you have 6 plus 5 equal to 11 greater than 3. Okay. So in both the cases we can see that when we add any two sides of the triangle, it is pakka, it is compulsorily, it is obviously greater than the third side. In all the cases we could see that the sum of any two sides of the triangle is greater than the third side. Okay. So the question is, check in each case if sum of the length of any two sides is always less than the third side. Is it less? Never it is less. Sum of two sides is always greater than the third side. Is it clear? So here what will you write at the last? Therefore, the sum of any two sides of the triangle is always greater than third side. Okay. Is it clear? So like this you have to write the conclusion. So you can try in your homework note with 2 more examples or 3 more examples by drawing triangles of your own measurement. Okay. So that's all for today's classwork. Thank you and have a nice day.